Okay, our objective today is to talk about proportions. So a little more challenging than yesterday. Part of the proportion lesson, if we get to it today, is going to be something new for all of you. If we don't get to the harder part, we'll do it on Monday. Just kind of want to see where you guys are with that. So basically today and Monday are going to be learning about proportions, setting up word problems that use proportions. So just a heads up for that. Let's go over the warm-up here, and then we'll go over homework. All of your binders should already be cleaned out. Okay, let's start with the warm-up that was in your notes on page 5. Okay, Adam, what did you get for letter A? Good, $840. Charles, letter B? Good job, 95 meters. Questions on A or B? Okay, the second warm-up. Number, I know these numbers were random. Justin, what'd you get for the first one? Say that again, 3/4 or? Awesome. And remember, there are 3 ways to write a ratio. You are always comparing 2 quantities, fraction with a colon or with the word to. I know it says just to write it 2 other ways, but I figured I'd write it all 3 ways since that's the simplified answer. Charles? To do what? Yeah, I just did it today as a review from yesterday. You do not have to do that from that here on out. I just did it as a review. So for example, Charles, homework on a test, I will not expect you to write it all 3 ways unless the question says, show me how to write a ratio 3 ways. Okay? This is just me reviewing. Okay, number 22 for unit rate. Annalise, what did you get? Awesome. Briar, what'd you get for the next one? Great job. Okay, questions on that before we go over homework? Okay, let's go over practice 6.1. All right, so you guys had to do all of it. Okay, so starting with number 1. Wait till you guys all get there. Okay, Briar, number 1. Good. So no, it's 2/9, but make sure you wrote it 2 other ways. I wrote it up on the smartboard all 3 ways. Okay, Briar, did you write it 2 different ways? Okay, did you not read the directions? Okay, make sure you read directions. Mary, number 2. Good job. Number 3, Matt. Number 3. Okay, so what's 2 other ways to write it? Okay. Okay, 7 to 9, 7:9. Number 4, Annalise. Awesome. Number 5, Sean. Jeremy. Oh, never mind. Good job. Number 6, Zach. Great job. Okay, number 7, no. It should be 11/4 or 11/2/4. Number 8 is no, 7/2, 7:2. Number 9 is no, 12 to 7, 12:7. Okay, number 10, Doug. Nope. From least to greatest. From least to greatest. Okay, hold on. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Good. Good job. Perfect. Okay, number 11, Alyssa. Oh, no, you didn't have that one done. Right? Okay. Emma H, number 11. Okay. Good job. I just wrote these ones all as fractions because I'm running out of room. Thank you. Charles? You can do that. You can do that, or you can find common denominators, or just kind of use your head and, you know what I mean? Oh, yes. So, yeah. Okay, right. So you can, if you don't like doing it that way, you can definitely use the decimal. Mary? Right, right. That's kind of like converting them. Yeah. Yep, you can definitely do that. Annalise? Yeah. Same thing. Okay, number 12, Emma M. No.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. You don't have to say sorry. It's okay. 13, Adam. Good. 8 ounces over 1 serving. Okay, Zach, 14. Good. Briar, 15. Good job. Sean, number 16. Good job. Sorry, this is a little messy. Annalise, 17. Perfect. Charles, number 18. Yes, good. Doug, number 19. Good. Mary, number 20. Perfect. Number 21, Adam. 192 what? Good. Donatus, number 22. Over. Good. That's a big class. Alyssa, 23. Oh, thanks, guys. I knew that was going to happen. Sorry. One teacher. I'm talking as I'm writing it. Thank you, guys. Sorry, Alyssa, say that again. No, but you're close. This one was hard, unless you knew how many kilometers were in a meter, what they were equivalent to. Doug, what'd you get? Good. 200 meters over 1 minute. Make sure I write that correctly. 24, Justin. Close. Mary? No. Charles? You guys are all, that's close. That's not simplified completely. What's the simplified completely answer? Sean? Good. 4 over 5. That's right, but please simplify completely on that one. Get rid of them. Nope. 25. This one's tricky. Doug, what do you think? No. Alyssa? Why the bigger box? Yeah. Yep. It's for the 20-ounce box. I'm sure you guys figured this out, but the unit rate is you get 6 2/3 ounces for $1. For the 12-ounce, you get 6 ounces for $1. So it's better deal. And you guys could do this at the store. I don't know if your parents ever do this when they have coupons, but 20 ounce is much better deal for the money you're paying. Mary? Yeah. Yes. You can do it the other way. So that's making the unit rate money to ounces instead of ounces to money. That's perfect. Charles? Okay. Yeah, if you round, that's fine. You still get the same thing. Yeah, I agree with that. Annalise?
I got number 23 and 24 wrong. Like for 23, I got 20.
Okay. Okay, so let's start with 23. 23, Annalise, you had to know, which I didn't tell you yesterday. Okay, eventually I'm going to teach you guys all these conversion factors. So you have to know that 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1,000 meters. And then what you have to do here is we have the original problem was 12 kilometers over 1 hour is equal to, I'm just going to put an X, so we have to find the top, something meters over 1 minute. Okay, so if we convert this to be in the same units as meters and minutes, it makes it much easier. So I would say take the hour, change it to minutes. So you would just change that to 60 minutes. You with me? If you take 12 and change it to meters, you need to multiply that by 1,000. So you get 120,000. Did I do that wrong? Yeah, I'm not sure why I did that. Sorry, guys. Losing my mind here. Give me this for 1 second. So maybe I did the wrong answer here. No, never mind. I just wrote it wrong on my paper. Okay, so after you convert this, Annalise, to be the same units as on the right, then we just need to divide this by 60 to get to 1 minute. And if you do 12,000 divided by 60, you get 200. Well, just like I copied it wrong. So, do you understand? Okay. We're going to do conversion factors, just not yet. So, I know some of you guys may not have known this. We're going to get to that in this chapter. Okay, 24 is kind of an interesting problem. So, the first thing you have to do is find the area of the shaded region. So, Annalise, if you look at the shaded region, to find the area of that, all you do is take 2s times 2s. So do you understand that? And you get 4s squared. You with me? Okay. The area of the big square, so just the bigger one, you take 3s times 3s, you get 9s squared. Okay. So now we need to find the, I'm going to draw this weird thing. You need to find the area of the unshaded region, which kind of looks like a backwards L. To find the area of the unshaded region, you have to take 9s squared minus 4s squared, and you get 5s squared. So that's the area of the unshaded region. But then they ask you, we're not done, find the ratio of the shaded region to the unshaded region. So it would be shaded region over unshaded region, 4s squared over 5s squared. The s's cancel, you get 4 over 5. Well, that's probably why. Okay. All right, you okay? Sean? Because no matter how you write the ratio, you still are able to simplify it. Jeremy? Because you're combining like terms. When you add or subtract with the same variable, the like terms, you just leave them there. Multiplying and dividing is a different story. Okay? Yeah, I know, I wrote messy. I was just trying to get through it so I could answer questions. It's more important to me to have time for your questions than writing neatly. Justin. Yep. Oh, yeah. You're right. Annalise. No. Nope. Just the part that's not shaded. The whole big square is not unshaded. Anyone else? Okay, put that away. Let's go to our notes, and let's go to page 5. So let me move this here. So in this lesson, like I said about 15 minutes ago, we are writing and solving proportions. We're going to start off with just a general definition of a proportion. And I considered having you guys work on some of this as your warm-up, but I kind of want to talk through with you the different ways to solve a proportion, because I know you already know one way, but I want to show you the other way in case you don't know it. So page 5 of your notes. First thing we need to talk about is that box there that says proportions. A proportion is an equation that states that two ratios are equivalent. A proportion is an equation. Okay, it's an equation because it has an equal sign in the middle of it, which I'll show you in a second. And a proportion always has a ratio on each side. For example, 1/2 is equivalent to or equal to 2/4. 1/3 is equal to 2/6. 2/3 is equal to 8/12. Charles?
Can it be written it has to be written as a fraction?
No, it doesn't have to be written as a fraction. You'll typically see it written as a fraction, though, because when we use cross products to solve, it makes it much easier. But no, you could still write the ratio using the 3 different ways. It's just most common, you'll see it as a fraction. So an example using numbers, I just put 2/3 is equal to 8/12. They're equivalent. There are many things you can write down. And then using variables, I just put A over B is equivalent to C over D, where the denominators cannot be 0. So B does not equal 0, D does not equal 0. Okay, when you're ready, let's take a look at example 1. Okay, there's 2 ways to do example 1, looking at the first one. What's one way to do this? Which I'm sure you guys all know. Adam, what's one way? Good, multiply 4 by 5. Anyone know the other way to do this? Briar? Yep. Anyone know another way? You're right. Annalise? You can. That's what we did back in chapters 2 and 3. There's still another way. That works. Jeremy? What do you mean by that? Okay, so kind of like what, I think it was Adam that said that. Yeah. Charles? Yep, you could do that too. Okay, Briar, go ahead, one more way. You could. Okay, there's another way, and I didn't think you guys ever learned this. So the other way is something called a cross product. Have you guys ever heard of a cross product? Which is technically the next lesson, but I want to show you both ways on this lesson because I know this is really easy, times 5 times 5, okay? But when they get harder, which they will, if you have a proportion, which means 2 ratios are equal, you could do something called a cross product, which means multiply these 2, and we're going to set up an equation. I call it a butterfly with no head. Kind of looks like a butterfly after you make the cross products. So here's what happens. 7 times W is 7W, which is equal to 35 times 4, which is 140. So we're making it into an equation. And then, isn't it awesome? Divide both sides by 7. What's W? 20. So whether you do it this way, which I recommend this way because when it gets harder, you're going to use this method for all of them. And I'm hoping I'll be able to show you today what I mean by harder. So, is everyone clear on all the strategies we just talked about?
Yeah.
Briar? Yep. Yeah. Wait. 35 times 4. I think you might have said that wrong. You do 35 times 4 to get 140. 7 times W, yeah. And then divide by 7. I just didn't write down the divide by 7 because that's old stuff. You guys know how to do that. Emma?
You don't really need to set up the equation because it's really
That's my point of doing that, right. That's why we talked about all the strategies, and Emma's just reinforcing that. It's so easy that you don't have to write all that down, but I just want everyone to understand that there's a lot of ways to solve an easy proportion like that. They're not all going to be this easy. Okay, you've learned that from being in this class this year. Charles? Well, I mean, you don't really need to think of it that way. It has to be 9 times 12. Yeah. Okay, so let's do cross products on the next one, and then we'll talk about it the other method. So cross products, we multiply across. 2 times m is 2m, and then 9 times 12 is 56. I mean 108. What am I talking about here? I'm sorry. Second time today I messed that up. Okay, so multiply across each way. It does not matter what you multiply first. And then divide both sides by 2. What is m? Annalise? Good, 54. What's the other way to do this? Mary, what's the other way we could have done this? It's 54. Good. So if you figure out that 2 goes into 12 6 times, 9 times 6 is 54. That only works for the easy ones. I'm going to keep saying that. They are not all this easy. Mary? Oh, yes. Yeah. Yesterday's lesson was very basic. Okay. Let's go to the second part. So skip that third one. Okay, I want you guys to try the first 2. So this one and this one. Try the first 2. Sean? Yep. That's why I'm having you guys do the first 2. You have a question, Doug? Are you done? Okay, just hang out till everyone's done. No. So if you're not done already, just try the first 2. All right, first one, Emma M, what'd you get? Good job, x equals 3. Mary, what'd you get for the second one? Awesome. Questions on either one of those? Okay, Doug. Well, we didn't do the last one, but you can tell me what you got. Yep, 30 is perfect. Briar? Yeah, that doesn't always work out that way, but you are right. Annalise? No. No. I'm getting there. These are still the easy ones. No, these are not the hard ones. All right, let's go to some word problems. I just want to do a couple of these, okay, and then I'm going to show you the hard ones. All right, ready? Example 2. Anyone feel like reading letter A for us? Doug, nice and loud. Yep. Yep, so read letter A. Okay. What 2 items or things are we talking about in letter A? Briar, what's one thing? Good, so I want you guys to write down tomatoes and pints. Okay? So they're talking about the pints of salsa. I'm just going to put pints. And they are also talking about tomatoes. We need to set up a proportion, okay? What's another piece of information we know? So give me one thing that we know about pints and tomato. So pints of salsa and tomato. Justin. You said that wrong. Not for every pint. How many pints? For 12 pints, there's 30 tomatoes. So I want you guys to jot down. For 12 pints, there's 30 tomatoes. Equals, what else do we know? Mary. There are 4 pints of salsa and how many tomatoes? We don't know yet. Put an X. That's why it's algebra. This is one example of a word problem using proportions. Okay, you're comparing 2 quantities, but we're missing something. Anytime you see a word problem like this, you have to use a proportion. Now, before we talk about solving, any questions on how to set that up? Matt? Yeah, so you have 30 over 12 equals x over 4. You're fine. There's so many ways to write this. That's fine. That's why I contemplated yesterday having you guys do this on your own, because there's so many ways to set it up. Sean?
So you can set it up anyway.
Well, as long as...
I mean, like, tomatoes can be on.
Yes. Yes. Correct. Okay, so let's solve using cross products, which is only one way to solve. Remember, there's a couple ways you can solve it. So if we multiply across both ways, we get 12x equals 120. And that's multiplying 12 times x is 12x. 30 times 4 is 120. I'm not going too fast, am I? Okay, just making sure. So what's x? Divided by 12, Alyssa? Good. So that means that for 10 tomatoes, there's 4 pints of salsa. Charles? Still get the same answer. Yeah, you go for it. Yep. Like I said, Charles, there's so many ways to do this. If we did all the ways for one problem, we'd be here forever. But yes, that works. Little trick. Okay, I want you guys to do B, C, and D on your own. B, C, and D. I'll give you a couple minutes. Find what 2 things that they're talking about. Write them down. Okay, set up your proportion and solve. Please set up a proportion. Don't just do it in your head. No, they're not the harder ones. B, C, and D. Set up your proportion and then put your answer. You will get a decimal for letter B. Why? You need to write down the 2 things. Just like we did up there, you should be writing down the 2 things that they're talking about so that you don't get confused. So think about what the 2 is and what the 5 is. That's why you need to, it's very helpful to write down. And guys, that goes for everyone. If you write down the words, it makes it much easier for the confusing ones. Oh, you're okay. Doug, did you finish all of them? That's right. You got it. Yep, you got them all. Two is something and the 5 is something. Give about another minute or 2. Good job. Perfect. You have to do D too. A, B, C, D. Just B, C, and D, guys. That's fine. You can. If you want. No, you're okay. Just so I don't get on the floor. Are you confused on this one, or are you just thinking? So I want you to set it up. Something means blue moons, something means years. Blue moons, years. 4 point, no. D. Okay, the two things they're talking about is January snowfall and total snowfall. If you write the words down, it's helpful. I just told you them. One of them is January snowfall. The other one's total snowfall. You need to figure out what number means what word. Yep. Okay, I know some of you guys are stuck on D, so let's get started. Okay, letter B. What two words are they talking about? So let's start with that. Emma H. Good. Miles and hours. Sean, what proportion did you use for letter B? Awesome. 5.5 over 2 equals x over 7. You also could have done 2 over 5.5 equals 7 over x. So you also could have done that. Regardless, Zach, what did you get for your answer for B? No. Did you have this proportion? 5.5 over 2 equals x over 7. Did you use cross products? You got 2x equals 38.5. Okay, that's why. And then divide by 2. So, Briar, what should we get for B? 2.5. Okay, 19 and a fourth or 19.25. And that would be miles. Zach, you just multiplied wrong. You okay? Okay. All right, letter C. Mary, what two things are we talking about in letter C? Good. Blue moons and years. Alyssa, what's the proportion you used for C? Yep. Awesome. Donatus, what did you get for your answer for letter C? Good. X equals 10 blue moons. Justin. Okay. Questions on C, and then I'll get to you, Justin. Okay. Justin, letter D. This one's tricky. What two things or items are they talking about? Good. So January snowfall and total snowfall. You had to read carefully to know one of those numbers is how much it snowed in January. The other one is the total snowfall. So Justin, what was your proportion? Awesome. 2 over 5 equals 34 over x. Okay, and then Justin, what did you get? 85 what? Good job. That one was a little tricky. Matt, did you get it? No. 46 and 2/3 minutes or 46 and 0.6 repeating. Okay. Yes, once, now listen, for those of you that were confused on one of them, make sure you find the two items that they're talking about. I would write the words down, then set up your proportion. Pretty easy that way. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down on those word problems. Yeah, it's just, okay. Okay, any questions for me before I show you some of the harder ones? Okay, we'll save the other ones for Monday because I still do want to do those, but I'm going to save them. Okay, flip over to page 7, example 2A. I'm really skipping around, so make sure you stay with me. Yep, go to page 7, example 2A. 3 over x equals 2 over x minus 6. Okay, what's x? Who can tell me? Emma H? Nope. What's x on the letter A? Sean? Nope. What's x on letter A, Zach? Nope. Anyone else honestly think they know what it is? Okay. Okay. I'm asking you something that you don't know how to answer yet, Annalise. No. Why? Listen. Why is this? No. Okay. Don't yell out unless I'm calling you. Why is this one harder? Matt? Go ahead. It is. How'd you get that? Keep going. Awesome. Good. All right. All right, I'm going to show you. Okay, here's what Matt and Emma H were discovering. Okay, ready? Cross products, but they add in some stuff. So multiply across. 2 times x is 2x. Good job, I'm impressed. Multiply across the other way, and we have 3 times, you need parentheses, because it's 3, like Matt said, it's 3 times the entire x minus 6, not just 3 times x. It's 3 times x and 3 times negative 6. Everyone give me a head nod. Is everyone clear on why we have parentheses? Doug? No, it's not. We're not done yet. Hold on. So distribute. We get 2x equals 3x minus 18. So it's not going to be 5x because we have to subtract 3x from both sides. So minus 3x minus 3x. You with me, guys? So negative 1x equals negative 18. Divide by negative 1. And that's how Matt got 18 and MH. So do you guys think that's hard? Okay. All right. Okay, try B. I just want to see if you guys really believe that that's easy. So try B on your own. I'm very if you get done with B, if you want to try C, go ahead. Oh, man. You guys are just smarter than my classes I've had in the past, because, wow. Good job. Wow. Okay. Yeah, good. Once you get done with B, do C, because everyone's getting B right. Oh, man, I got to make this chapter even harder. Just kidding. Good job. Yeah. You guys, no, I'm just kidding. Awesome. Awesome. Wait. 30, good. I know, I was talking to myself. Good. Do that one again. Okay, about another minute I think you guys need. You're good, I saw yours. If I didn't say anything to you, that means they're right. Question? Done? Okay. Awesome. Yeah, sorry. Should be a negative 2. So check back at your negative and positives. Okay, Mary, letter B. Good. Briar, letter C. Oh. Nope. Finish it. Jeremy, you okay? You okay? Okay. Take your time. Okay. Good. Okay, so C is negative 2. So listen, guys, questions on either one of those. So when you're using a cross product, what has to be between both ratios? Annalise? Good. You have to have an equal sign. That means it's an equation. Your proportion is set up. You have 2 ratios equal to each other. That's the only time you can use a cross product. You cannot use a cross product if there's a multiplication sign between 2 fractions. That's a very common mistake for some reason. Only use cross products when there's an equal sign between them. Okay. Thumbs up, thumbs down on what we did today. Wow, I cannot believe how much we got done. Okay, good job. Okay, homework. You guys impressed me today here. Yes, you are. Well, this is wrong. Okay, homework. Practice 6.2 and 6.3, but not the whole thing, so hold on. So on practice 6.2, hey, hold on. I want you to do, just listen, 10 to 15, that's a 10. That's a good one. Okay, Adam, quiet. 10 to 15. 22 to 26. And then on 6.3, 1 and 2. And 15 to 28. Hold on, let me ask you one thing. Take a look at 6, we still have some time. Take a look at 6.3, number 15. So look at 6.3, number 15. Do you think decimals make it any different? No. So just a heads up, you can use your calculator if you need to. Decimals do not make this any different. You still use cross products when you see a proportion. Alyssa? You can if you want, but yeah, you don't have to. You can. But if you multiply the whole thing by 10, make sure you multiply every single thing by 10. Okay, but you can do that. Yep. Sean? Yeah. Yep. There's some word problems, but I mean, according to today, you guys did great, so I don't think there's any issues. We have, well, just a minute. Does everyone have the numbers written down? Okay. Any questions for me on anything? Very good job. Okay. Whenever you guys have all the numbers written down, you can get packed up. Happy Friday.
Okay.